We will be getting started in just a second here.
Why, hello there, and welcome to this very special webinar broadcast. This is Daniel Hall, and I am so excited and so pleased that you are here today because in today's presentation, we're going to tell you about a business model that you may not have thought about, although chances are if you're in my community or part of my community, you have thought about this because I've talked quite a bit about it. But here's the thing. You may have not actually tried what we're about to talk about here. And this is something that generates income month in, month out, year in, year out. Yes, I am talking about passive income, royalty income that just comes in month after month after month after month. And what this actually does is it allows you to tap into Amazon's nearly 500 million customer database. Okay. Now, I didn't say subscribers. Yes, Amazon has actually 500 million customers. Okay. All with credit card numbers on file who are ready to buy whatever it is they are selling. What you have to sell. Is it any wonder that Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world? Now, one of the easiest and most profitable things to sell on Amazon are, guess what? Good news for us authors, us publishers. It is Amazon Kindle ebooks. Yes, ebooks. And with us today, I have someone who is known as the Amazon Kindle King. And he's going to show you a simple 3-step process that he uses to make a killing publishing Kindle ebooks to the tune of a consistent monthly passive income stream. Now, I got to tell you, I myself have set this up and continue to benefit from a nice income stream of Kindle book sales. And the really cool thing is that our guest today, Ty Cohen, is in the thick of it. He's boots on the ground, actually doing this day in, day out. And so you should know he is a family guy. He's someone who cares for and adores his wife and children. As a matter of fact, if you follow him on Facebook, you'll see just how successful he is because he and his family are just world-class world travelers from London to Canada to France to Thailand to the Caribbean. They travel the world, and this is the key, while his Amazon income continues to come in, okay? So if you don't otherwise have a way to take notes, I strongly suggest you pull that out right now. Turn off anything that might distract you, okay? Anything that might take your attention away from some of the subtleties and nuances that Ty is going to be sharing with you here today. So with that, I'm going to bring on none other than Mr. Ty Cohen. And when it comes to creating passive income streams with Kindle, this guy is at the very, very top. So with that, Ty, welcome. The floor is yours.
Awesome introduction. I really love that. I have to say thank you. I've had the pleasure of being able to do this presentation, every once in a while. I don't do it too often. And to be able to be here and share what I've learned over the last decade with everyone that's here is an amazing thing. So I don't take that lightly. what I want to do is before we get started, I want to make sure that everyone can hear my voice. So if you can hear my voice, give me a 1 in the questions box or chat box. Put a 1 in there. Thank you, Brenda, Teresa, Leon, Anna, Susan, Cara, Luba, David, Barbara, Cornelia, David, Susanna. We've got another David, Ken, Stephanie, Jay Seeley, Robert, Sharon, right? Michael, Laura, Myrna, Thomas, Dr. Ken, Mohammed. We've got Mark, Brant, Felania, Kenny, Bob, Gary, Eleanor, Tom, David. All right. Yes, Tom, it is. All right. So there you go. Perfect. We've got Brian Nash. We've got Nikki Lewin, who just put a 1 in there. Awesome. So you can hear my voice. The next thing is if you can see my screen right now, the screen says my goal. And if you can see that, give me a 2 in the questions box. It says my goal is to show you the easy blueprint to creating an easy monthly passive income stream using Amazon.com in 30 days or less with near zero upfront investment. So if you can see my screen, give me a 2. And I want to make sure that everyone can both hear me and see my screen because I have a lot of amazing stuff that I want to share with you, things that will actually change your life. Who's ready to have a breakthrough moment here? Now, here's the other thing. Let me know what country you are watching from. So if you are in the US, don't put the US. I'm looking for countries outside of the US. So we've got the UK, says Polio, I think that is. We have Canada. We have South Africa. We have, what else? Mexico is where Jay Seeley is at. South Africa is where Fumia is at. Mexico again is where Cornelia is at. Australia is where Sharon is at. Canada again is where Myrna is at. The UK, all right? Kevin says, Ty, get on with it. David is in Germany. Kathy puts Texas, Kathy Arvo. Some may consider Texas a country. It's not officially one anymore, right? So now, where else? Where else? All right, we've got South Africa. We've got Italy. We have, oh, wow, Romania. We have someone that's in Russia. Pretty cool. Right, we've got Iceland. Wow, we have people from all over the place. Michael's in Israel. All right, we have what? We've got France here. All right, nice. Australia again. Wales. All right, well, here's the thing. Regardless of what country you typed in, you can do what I'm about to share with you. All right, as a matter of fact, you can do this no matter where on the planet you are located. This is something that people from across the globe can do. And you can do this again, no matter what country you are in. Okay, South Africa, Nigeria, Israel, the UK, Italy, France, Romania, Russia, Canada, and of course here in the US and all other countries. So now let's get started with it. Before we begin, let's talk about what exactly is a Kindle and why is it so important to anyone who is looking for an easy, secure, long-lasting residual way to make money. Well, the Kindle is a portable ebook reader that was developed by Amazon.com that allows users to be able to shop for, download, browse, and read ebooks, newspapers, magazines, blogs, reports, and other digital media. Now, here's the beautiful thing about it. When Amazon first came out with the Kindle device, they realized that not everyone was going to go out and actually purchase this. So that was the first thing. The second thing is to even take that a step further. This right here has created so many millionaires, this device right here. And what do I mean by that? When Amazon created the Kindle device, they literally gave us a platform to upload content to. And as a way of uploading that content to the Kindle device, you are able to make your content available to the over 500 million people who have credit card numbers on file with Amazon. All right, does that make sense there? Jeff Bezos, the CEO, head of Amazon, has become extremely wealthy, and he has also allowed a lot of other people like me and hopefully soon you to become extremely wealthy, and a lot of my students to become really wealthy because he's opened up this platform. And he said, you know, one of the things that I want to do with Amazon is to make it the planet's what? Largest bookstore. Do you remember that? Amazon has now been open for over 20 years. Who can believe it? And one of the ways that he realized that he was going to be able to do that was by making their platform open to anyone who has content so that you can sell that content on Amazon's site. And with that, they have become one of the planet's largest retailers. They've also done it with other platforms like their FBA platform, where if you have physical products, you can sell your physical products on Amazon.com. And you don't have places like Walmart or Target that do this. And they realize why they're being overtaken by, they don't realize why they're being overtaken by Amazon, because Amazon has realized that not only do you create wealth for yourself, but you also create wealth for others. And that's what creating and coming up with the idea for the Kindle device has done. Now, the next best thing that they did was they said, we realize that not everyone's going to go out and buy a physical Kindle device. So let's create an app that also functions in the same way, where you can go in and you can download, or you can browse, you can shop for digital content, Kindle books, and this app can be installed on any of the devices that you see here on your computer or on your screen, right? So your laptop, your desktop, your BlackBerry, some of you folks still have those, any of your mobile devices. So I want to take a quick poll here just to give you an idea as to how big the marketplace is. If you have a physical Kindle device, put a 1 into the questions box. Put a 1 into the questions box. So Teresa says yeah, yes. Jan says yes. Kenny puts a 1 in. David, Leon, Pat, Cornelia, and we have hundreds of people that are on this webinar. We have almost 1,000 people that are on this webinar, and everyone is putting in a 1 here, right? Everyone is putting in a 1. So now here's the other thing. If you have some version of the app on one of your devices, put a 2 into the questions box. Look at this. So Bob puts 2, Wayne, Jane, Sharon, Brenda, Kathy, Cornelia, Luba, Brian, Grace, Cara, Stephanie, Cassandra, Gary, Dolly, Anna, Pat, Alice, Ken, Ruth, Carolyn, Rachel, Bernadette, Paulo, Sydney. So just a ton of people who have the app, right? So now here's one more thing. Put a 3 in if you have both. If you have the physical and the app. All right, so Kenny has a 3 in there. Leon, Bob, Jan, Anna, all right, Mike, Cornelia, Ken, Pat, Dolly, Charles, Deborah. So the 3s are flooding in. Right. Every single person that is watching this presentation has some form of access to the Kindle marketplace. Even if you don't have the app, you can directly go to Amazon.com and order Kindle books. So now, do you see how big it makes the marketplace here? Right, so this is why it's so easy for myself, as well as many of my students, as well as yourself shortly, right, once we're done with this, to be able to go in and make a killing using the system that I'm going to show you in just a few moments. Now, this is the same system that I actually used to buy my mom a house and paid cash for it. All right, so I bought my mom her dream house, moved her here to North Carolina, paid cash for it, had my 2 youngest kids, Tyler and Summer, hand her the deed. There's nothing more special than that. Memories you'll never forget, right? First time I ever saw my mom cry. Here's one of my students here, Brian. He says, Ty, this month will be my first $5,000 month. I want to thank you for all of your guidance and inspiration. My goal is set on getting to the $10,000 level per month by June 1st. Right? When you start making money like this, folks, do good stuff with it. Don't waste it. Do good stuff with it. Here's another one of my students, Tracy Voister, who sends me this text. She says, good morning, Ty. My ebook has sold 5 copies this week. Now, 5 copies. You might be thinking, Ty, that's not a lot. Well, it is a lot, considering the fact that she just got started with this program about 24 to 48 hours prior to sending me this. All right? All right, so Barbara, Larry, there you go. I love it. All right. So now, here's another one of my students, Darren DeVry, who's over in Perth, Australia, 66 years old. He sends me this message on Skype. He says, Ty, over the last year, I've continued to follow the Kindle cash flow system, and I'm now doing $20,000 per month in sales. All right. Does not matter where you're at. Does not matter how old you are. Does not matter who you are. He comes from the construction industry, has never made money online before, does not know anything about tech or anything, and was able to take the system and do well with it because it's step by step. Here's another one of our students. This is Nate Mascari, who just got the program a couple of months ago and is now doing $10,000 a month. We actually interviewed him on our podcast. to talk about how he's doing that. All right, so you are at ground level of what is being called a new age diamond mine, and I want to show you step by step how you can start to see amazing results that will just blow you away and give you an amazing lifestyle. All right, so let's take a look at some of the money that I've been able to make just playing around with publishing ebooks before I created a streamlined system for doing it. So here's one of the first checks I received. It was in the amount of $2,297.30. Now, I'm going to be totally transparent with you on this. I'm going to share some things that I probably shouldn't share. I'm going to talk to you about some things that are outside of this. And one of the first things that I want to talk to you about is when I first received this check, it did not really register with me as to how powerful this is because I was not focused. All right, because I was all over the place, because I had shiny object syndrome to like the 10th degree, because I was just trying too many different things. I was trying article marketing, YouTube marketing. Every course that came across my desk or across my inbox, I would give it a try. How many people are like that right now? Let's be honest with ourselves here. How many people are there? Like you have shiny object syndrome, you're trying too many different things. That's why I didn't see the potential here. All right, so yeah, so Rhonda says me, Michael says I'm here, me for sure, says Cassandra, shiny object intense, says Shima, right? I have, says Rachel. Leon says no audio, so Leon, Gary says help, that's me, says Mike. So here's the thing, when you're not focused on one thing, you're gonna miss opportunities. And that is what happened with me. I was not focused on one thing. Instead, I was focused on maybe 5 or 6 things and never trying anything fully. So I received this first check, and it wasn't until I got the next check 30 days later where I went from $2,297.30 to $2,873.13. I saw a $600 increase here. Now, the difference is I did not do anything differently in my Amazon Kindle publishing account. Why do you think I saw this 25% increase where I went from 2,200 to 2,800? Why do you think that is? Really quickly. And I want you folks to use the questions box to ask questions. Anything that I go over, I want you to ask questions because I believe that there's no such thing as a dumb question. I think that that's how we both learn. Okay. So I sold more. Yes, exactly. Did another ebook. No, not yet, Susanna, because again, I was not focused. Advertising by Amazon. I did not advertise canned traffic from Amazon. Yes, Amazon starts to, as more people come into the platform, right? Your books get more visibility, so there's an organic method to it. You sold more without more effort. Yes, Luba, more sold, but no more effort. Reviews, says Paulo. Yes, you start to get reviews that come in. Word of mouth, says Brian. Yes. So all of that, except for I did not put in any additional work. But when I received this check, I started to publish more content. And when I published another book and more books, I started to go from $2,873 a month to $4,462.53. All right. So now when I received this check, now I'm all in. I left everything else alone. I stopped with the article marketing, the YouTube this, and the Facebook that, and everything else. And I started to solely focus on Kindle publishing. That's what I want to get across to you today, folks, is if you are trying too many things right now, your biggest ally is going to be in developing singular focus, working on one program until you get that program up and running, and then you can go in and start to put some time and effort into other programs. So once I started to do that, once I discovered that, the power of singular focus, as Tony Robbins talks about, total immersion, which is what I did here, I went from $4,462.53 to $8,403.84. Now, when I received this check, I started to do things like testing price points and, testing covers and things like author names and just different testing different genres. So I published both fiction and nonfiction. Testing things like how do I do market research, all of which I'm going to share with you on this presentation. And now I consistently see months where I generate $30,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 every single month. All right, so how is that done? Here's the thing. When you stay to the very end of this presentation, I'm going to give you a free gift that's valued at $497. All All right, so free to everyone who stays until the very end. I'm passionate about people that are serious about learning and that are people that are committed. So I could have easily made this like a $17 gift, a $19 to $47 gift, like most people do, but I want to really reward you. So this is a gift that's valued at $500 and that will give you the steps to successfully publishing on Amazon. All right, you'll get this. So who wants this free gift? Just put me into the questions box there. Put me or put yes in there. All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Paulo, Steven, Teresa, Cornelia. All right. So this, I think that this is going to blow you away more than any gift that you've ever gotten on a presentation like this or a webinar. The other thing is we're going to have an intense Q&A. Every single question that you have will be answered. Every single question. Like I said, there are just about 1,000 people on here, so you don't want to close out, because if you close out, you will not be able to get in the system. You won't be able to get back in. The system closes out at 1,000 people, so we are right at that max. So now, what makes this different? The fact that it's a real business. Okay, this is a real business. This is not something that is fly by night. I have been doing this for 12 years now, consistently making money. I have students that have been doing this for a decade, right? I have students across the planet that are getting a ton of results. The reason why it works so well is because you are joining forces with a real multi-billion-dollar, globally recognized brand, and you're tapping into a multi-billion person market. Amazon, they want you to win. Now, do you think they want you to win out of the goodness of their heart? Yes or no? Why do they want you to win? And why do they do everything in their power for you to sell books? They do that because they get a share of the profit. Kara says, no, they want to make money as well. Absolutely. So the beautiful thing about it is it's a win-win. Yes, Gary and Rachel, you both put that in at the same exact time. All right, win-win situation, says David. So they give you 70% of everything that sells, and they keep 30%. So if you make $10,000, you get in a month, you get 7,000, they get 3,000. They give you the lion's share. That's how Amazon has become this multi-billion, right, dollar entity that it is, because they've understood the power of leverage and bringing other people on. So it's a multi-billion person market. The third thing is it's a system that's easy to make money and drive leads with month after month after month. So Amazon has given us the platform, and I have created this system. After doing this for 12 years, I have learned what mistakes to make and what mistakes not to make. So I only give you the things that you should be doing that are going to help you and that are not going to cause you to make mistakes. And then I've also spent a lot of money over the last 12 years. So I'm going to alleviate that as well so that you don't have that issue. So now, real estate. How many different things are out there that you can invest in? Give me a few in the questions box. Real estate is one. What are some things that you can put your money into that you can invest in? So real estate, someone else says the stock market, someone else says Bitcoin. What else do we have? Books, says Paulo. Commodity market, right, says Kathy. Forex, says Rachel. The bank, says Sydney. Oh, bank is no good. I had hundreds of thousands in the bank, and after you look at it for a year, there's nothing, right? You put 100,000 in. After a year, you have like $100,006. Gold, says Susanna. Paulo says gold and silver. Your own business, says Pam. Your home business, says Ken. Art, all right, says Mike. Domain name, says David. Gold, Forex, stock, art. I see a ton of answers that are coming in. So let's take a look at real estate, right? Some folks have said real estate. With traditional real estate, you are going to spend, let's say on average, you spend $150 for a single family property, 150,000, right? What are you going to have to put down on this property? Here in the US, you're going to put 20% down. So that is about $30,000. You put $30,000, that's just to get started. That's just your initial seed capital. Unless you're going to just buy it right out cash, and then you put the whole 150 in, 150,000. You put that down, and let's say you could rent it out for $800 to $1,000 a month. What can you rent a nice single family home out for monthly in your area? I'm curious. Here in North Carolina, you can rent it out for about $800 to $1,000. All right. Now, here's the thing. you are going to have expenses. So that's minus your expenses. You have to have insurance on your home, right? You have to pay taxes. You have to pay for repairs. You have your mortgage. So now, let's say if you are unable, you buy this property, you're unable to get a renter in for 3 months, 6 months, an entire year. That has happened to some individuals that I know, where they've purchased a property and they're not able to get renters in for an entire year. Guess what happens? They still have to pay the mortgage, right? They still have to pay the insurance. They still have to pay the taxes. So what I like to invest in is digital real estate. And this is what I'm showing you here. This is the way I look at Amazon Kindle Publishing. With digital real estate, you can get started really quickly. 200, let's say on the high end, it's $200 per ebook. Now, in the way I show you, it's nowhere near that much, as you'll see in just a moment. That ebook has the potential to generate hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month. I have books that generate me hundreds of dollars a month. I have some that generate me thousands of dollars a month. All right, it's a numbers game. You're able to kind of recoup that really quickly. So your initial investment, do you see how that works out? Now, the other thing is it's long lasting because Amazon wants you to make money long term, which in turn means that they're going to make money long term. I still have books that I receive revenues and royalties from 11 years later. All right. So which of these two, this is a long-term game. So what I do is I invest in digital real estate, super inexpensive to get involved with, super quick to turn a profit. And then I can take that money if I wish to and put it into other investments like real estate and stocks and things like that. All right. So now, there's nothing special about me, folks. I started out working as a clerk at Walgreens Pharmacy. So if I can do this, you can do this. All right. Now, before we jump into the entire system, I do have to read off this earnings disclaimer. You will most likely not make thousands and thousands of dollars from the first ebook that you publish. Just wanted to be 100% transparent with you. You know, I watched a lot of trainings as well, and I feel like disheartened when you hear the presenter trying to mention that you're going to make millions of dollars within like the first couple of months. That's not true, right? But when I got first started with this, I just wanted to cover a few bills. So this is a long-lasting business model that you can consistently generate income from for many, many, many years. Then you can make a lot of money with this, all right? But you're not going to start making money within the next 30 minutes. You can make money within the next 24 hours, yes, absolutely. Now, here's the unique three-step system I use to consistently generate 30,000 or more in monthly recurring income using the Kindle platform. First thing I do is I go and I research the market. No matter what type of business you are starting, whether it's a physical brick and mortar business or it's digital, you should always, always research the market to make sure that they want what it is that you are going to be providing to them, whether that's a product or service. So the first thing, research. The second thing is how do you go in and get your content created? I'm going to give you 3 different ways that you can use to get your content created. And then the third thing is I'm going to show you how to publish it. You launch it on Amazon so that you start to see success, you start to make sales, and you are up and running. You're off to the races. All right, so let's jump into this. Who here is ready for the 3 secrets that will make you money? We'll talk about secret number 1. This is the first one I'm going to start in the next like 10 seconds, which is how to research and come up with a best-selling book idea in 3 minutes, even if you've never done anything like this before. Then I'll show you secret number 2, which will be 3 ways to get your ebooks created super fast, even if you dislike writing. And then I'll give you secret number 3, which will show you how to publish and launch your Kindle ebooks quickly and easily so that you can start making sales. All right, let's jump into secret number 1. How do you come up with a best-selling book idea in 3 minutes, even if you've never done anything like this before? So there's 2 things that I like to use for my market research. Your market research is going to tell you if your idea is a good one or if it's a bad one. If people are looking for what it is that you're planning on publishing, and if they're actively spending money for it. All right, so I'm going to jump into these here. So here, let's go into the first one, which is Amazon. And I love to use Amazon to do market research here. And, well, let's do this. I want to let you folks vote. This is actually, let me close that. What genre, what topic, what should we look at here? What should we look at? Should we go into, give me a topic. It could be fiction or nonfiction. What do you want to go in and do some market research around? Type it in to the questions box. Oh, wow. So we have, someone says the audio is not working. It looks like everyone can hear me because you guys are putting in your topics here. So dogs, someone says keto, Bible study, travel, nonfiction. Well, more specific, Cornelia, what type of nonfiction? Horses, real estate, spirituality, keto, health, law of attraction, personal development, self-improvement, young adult fiction, thrillers, keto, leadership for women of color, parenting, magic, foot ailments, food recipes, crime fighting mystery. My son, who's 15, publishes a lot of crime or mystery thrillers. He is now making $3,000 a month with this. He's 15. He's a football player. He knows nothing about Kindle publishing, but he used these exact steps that I'm giving you to over the summer. He put together his business, and I said, you know what? I don't want you just playing video games this summer. I want you to take this program and go through it. And he is so happy that he did. All right, mafia, crime thrillers, keto. All right, self-help. So let's go into keto. Keto looks to be a big one. All right, so here's what you'll do. When you come over to Amazon, let's say you know your topic. You're gonna go in, you will search under books first, and then after we do a search there, you can also search under Kindle store. I'm gonna type in keto and take a look at what happens here. So we are just looking at books, right? So we're gonna ignore the sponsored book. So this one, anything else that comes up sponsored, but we want to look at those that are not sponsored, that are just organic listings. And here's what I like to do. So I'll get a sheet. I'll open up. Let me pause my screen for a second so that I don't share. Okay, boom, there we go. So I'll take a sheet, and then I'm over here on Amazon, and I'm looking for number one, there's 3 criteria. The first is I'm looking for books that have more than 50 reviews. So here's one, right? I can open this one up. There's another one. This one has a ton of reviews. I can open that one up. Keto for Dummies. I can open this up, right? So far you're following me. This is the formula to publishing best-selling books. Best-selling books. This one has more than 50. So now I'll go in and I'm spending some time on Amazon. So now the next thing, who has that? The first step is 50 plus reviews. Who has it? Does everyone have that? Ken, great question, Ken. Yes, I do. Ken says, do you have a list of market niches in ranked order to help us make better selections when starting out? I do, Ken. All right, so everyone has that. So now the next thing is we're going to look at our books. The next thing that I'm looking for is I want to make sure that hold on, I'm sorry, guys. I want to make sure that my sales rank down here is at least 25,000 or less. So your Amazon bestsellers rank, 25,000 or less. All right. So this one fits that criteria. Do you see that? 25,000 or less. All right. The next thing is I want to make sure that it has more than 4 stars. So this does have 4 stars here. All right. So do you see that? So it definitely has 4 stars. And that's not always a must, but the more stars, the better. The other thing that, so that's kind of, let me close this out. The other thing that I'm looking for that is a must is that it must be priced. It cannot be available for free, right? It cannot be available for free. So I've given you 4 things there, right? And this one is not a must. It doesn't always have to have 4 plus stars. But who remembers our 4-3? Let's go for our 4 things. Let's go over them again. And Info Seeker says, where do you see the sales rank? So the first thing that I'm looking for is what? What's the first thing? I want it to have a rating of 50 or more reviews. Thank you, Brenda. Then after that, I'm going to come here and I want it to be priced. I don't want it available for sale at $0.00. Okay? Does that make sense? Because we are looking to publish things that are proven. People have voted with their wallets, they're buying this stuff, and we want to model it. Okay? And 4 or more stars, right? And then what's the last thing I'm looking for down here? I want it to have an Amazon bestsellers rank of less than 25,000. Less than 25,000. So Shima just asked a good question. She says, what about if they're part of a Kindle membership and it has a 0 price point. No, I wanted to. So here, that's a great question, Shima. I'm gonna go back up. I want to show you something, but let me finish this first. I wanted to have an Amazon bestsellers rank of less than 25,000. The lower the number there, the more this book is selling. So the lower the number, the more this book is selling. Now, here's the thing. You are not going to always find books that have like a super low ranking of 1,000 or a few hundred. That's not going to always take place. But if you find a book that's at 24,000, 24,999, that's perfect. All right? That is perfect. Okay? So now, does everyone have that? And I'm going to go back up. I want to answer Shima's question here. So sometimes if you're enrolled in Amazon's membership for Kindle, you'll see the price point at $0.00. But you will also see where they have the regular price listed somewhere in just tiny font. So as long as you see that regular price, that's fine, right? If it says 000 here and then the regular price, that's fine, right? Does that answer your question, Shima? Yep, there you go. All right, perfect. She says yes. I've seen that regular price. Thank you. Now, before I move on, does everyone have these 4 crucial criteria that you should be looking for? What we're doing is we're modeling books that are bestsellers. Give me a yes if you have it. Give me a no if you need me to go over this again. I'm going to allow you folks to go and put in your answers, and then I'm going to take a sip of water while you're doing that. Okay, great, great. Keep going. Yes, yes, yes. So Brenda is asking, what should the minimum price be? This should be no minimum. Doesn't matter as long as it's price. This is a beautiful thing. We actually have 1,000 people exact that are on here. So we actually maxed out. So no one else can get on. So if you are on right now, you made it. No one else can get on. All right. So yeah, so the minimum price should be 99 cents. Right, so 99 cents. Thank you, Kara. You are so sweet. Kara says you were doing awesome. That is awesome, Kara. So here to summarize again for Porter, and then we'll jump in. We're gonna continue. So here's what I'm looking for. So here's some of the other books that I opened up, right? So the first thing that I'm looking for is, I'm gonna close that. Oh, I should have hit that. It's giving me a $5 Kindle credit. Morgan, let's do this together. That's how you learn, right? How about we do it together? So the first thing that we're looking for is what? More than 50 reviews. More than, I'm sorry guys, I get so excited when I'm talking about Kindle publishing because it has really changed not only my life, but my students' lives as well. Right? So it's really cool to see people that come in and they are just, you talk to them a few months later and they have really just done well with this. All right, so I get really excited about this. My wife says the only time she can tell me when I'm excited is when I'm talking about Kindle publishing. All right, so now first thing we're looking for is 50 or more ratings, right? I'm going to cover this really quickly because Porter and a few other people wanted to go over it. Next thing we're looking for is we want the book to, we want a price point to be attached. So it should be 99 cents or more. Okay? 99 cents or more. Because we are modeling books and we want to make sure that we're modeling books that people are actually invested in to the point where they are buying them. They're not getting them for free. All right? Great question, Fumla. I'm going to answer that. And then the third thing is we want the customer reviews to be 4 stars or more. So this one has 5 stars. Perfect, right? The fourth thing is we want the Amazon bestsellers rank to be 25,000 or less, right? Or less. Make sure you put or less in your notes. The reason why is the lower the sellers rank, the more books they are selling. Like this thing here is selling thousands and thousands of copies. So Cassandra, does that make sense? Everyone else, does that make sense before I move on? Like you're not paying attention to the subcategories. Only this. You want it to have a Amazon bestsellers rank of less than 25,000. All right. So now what do? Once I find books that meet all 4 criteria, I go and I take that URL, go to my little spreadsheet here, and I'm putting that URL there. I might go and I might put the name of the book there, but these are basically books that I can model. So it's keto books that I can model. So I'm just building up ideas here. Right, does that make sense? Everyone get that? So I'm going to move on here because I got some really good stuff I want to share with you. Is it okay if I move to the second site that I use to conduct market research? Everyone have that? I like to really make sure that no one gets left behind. So I really want to, okay. Thank you, Paulo. So we got it. So let's do it. Go, 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 says Michael. So now, second site that I like to use for market research is Udemy. How many people have ever heard of Udemy before? How many people have ever heard of Udemy? This is an amazing site to do market research on. It is a course creation site where you have people who have courses that can go in, they can sell those courses. Not necessarily ebooks, but digital content. So Formula says, I love it. So Nikki, yes, it's a site where you can actually go and you can buy courses. So let's take a look at it. All right. Let's see if I go here, and you're going to do research in search in the same way as you would with Amazon. We just type in keto. Take a look at what shows up here. So you're going to see courses now. These are priced a little bit higher than what you would see on Amazon normally, which is fine. That's fine. Don't worry about that. We just want to make sure that there is a price attached. So similar to Amazon, we're looking for a few things here. The first thing is, right, what was the first thing on Amazon that we looked for? Reviews. So again, we want to make sure that it has more than 50 ratings, right? More than 50 reviews, ratings, same thing. So this one, right? So look at that. The next thing is we want to make sure that the reviews are at least 4 stars or more. We see that. And then the next thing is we want to make sure that there's a price point attached, because we want to make sure that we are getting into a market or a niche that people are actively buying and paying for. So we see that. And then the final thing is the number of students. We want it to have a few hundred students or more. So now if I open that up, you don't see the number of students until you actually open it up. So now let's look. So this one has 3,223 students. This is perfect, right? So there's definitely a demand. Can you see that? Like over 3,000 people signed up at $14.99 or even $99.99, because that's the regular price of it. All right. So Ken, great question. I'm going to cover that during our Q&A session. Very, very, very great question. All right. So now, does everyone get how Udemy works? Or does anyone want me to go back over it again? Let me know. Put your yes or your no in the questions box. All right, let's see. Okay, so some people are asking what's the minimum number of students. So I like to have at least 200. Octavian says, cheers from Budapest. Is this Octavian that joined us at Kindle Cashflow Live? My buddy, Octavian here. All right, cool. Hey, Octavian's a great guy. So if you guys are not following him on Facebook, make sure you follow him. All right, so we are all set here, right? So everyone has everything. Very cool. All right, so let's see. Let me look at the questions to make sure. All right, so a few people saying they don't have it, so I'm going to briefly go over it again. So now, here's what we're looking for. We are looking for courses that have price point attached to them, that have more than 4 stars ratings wise, that have more than 50 ratings, and that have more than 200 students. So as long as you have those 4, you're great. You're good to go to kind of model that. All right, so does that make sense there? Now let's jump back into the actual PowerPoint, right? Because I have a ton of additional things that I want to share with you. All right, so now let me jump over here. Jump over here. Yes, Ken is asking, what's our Facebook group? So if anyone wants to join our Kindle Cashflow Facebook group, you can go over to kindlecashflow.com/Facebook. Right? Did everyone get that? So kindlecashflow.com/Facebook. You're going to see where we have thousands of people that are successfully using what I'm teaching you to do well from across the planet. So now, secret number one, how do you come up with a best-selling book idea in 3 minutes, even if you've never done anything like this before? All right? Does everyone have the Facebook group there? You can go in and join. Usually we only make it available for students, but if you folks want to, because you're being so interactive in this, I'll let you into the Facebook group for free. All right? So just go join it right now. kindlecashflow.com/Facebook or /FB, all lowercase. And what I'll do is after this training, I'll go in and I'll personally approve you so that you can get in, because if my staff sees you, they're going to go in to check to see if you are a student, and if you're not, they are not going to let you in. So now, here's another way that I like to do market research. So one of the ways that I like to do market research is to use the Google Keyword Planner to find a best-selling book idea and come up with a killer title in minutes. All right, so I use the Google Keyword Planner to find a best-selling book idea, all right, and come up with a killer title in minutes. Easy stuff. So here's how it works. You go over to Google, and you type in Google Keyword Planner. Another good keyword planner is Ubersuggest. So you can also go to Google and you can type in Uber, so UBER, and then suggest, and you can use that. They both kind of work the same. So either one. Now, the Google Keyword Planner, they change the look of it from time to time, but for the most part, it functions the same. So when you come over to it, you're going to see a drop-down box that looks like this. You want to search or click on search for new keywords using a phrase, website, or category. Once you select that, then you can type in your genre, your keyword idea, your phrase that you're considering publishing content around. And then, this is important, you want to select all locations, all languages, Google, and search partners, and then hit get ideas. Everyone have that so far? Don't do this yet. Don't do this in Google, because I want you to make sure that you're paying attention to what I'm sharing with you. All right? And then you'll miss a step. So now, once you are here, this is what you'll see. All right? So Google will show you similar phrases that people are searching for that are kind of relevant to the phrase or the keyword that you put in. So for example, meaning of dreams, there were 18,100 individuals that searched for that phrase over the last 30 days. All right. Shima says, this is so kind and generous. I just requested Facebook, the Facebook group to join. All right, cool. Gil's great question. I'm gonna cover that as well during Q&A. Jamie is saying, can you say the group name one more time? Is there anyone else who missed out on the Facebook group name? If we have more than 50 people, maybe I'll mention it again. All right, so now, so I need everyone to put yes if you want to hear it again. 50 people we need at least. So now, so here, meaning of dreams, right? It's getting 18,100 searches monthly. Dream meaning 2,900. Dreams meaning 2,400. Dream meanings 1,900. Do you see that? Like, so what I found is when you add everything up, if you can get your combined monthly search volume to be between 10,000 to 100,000, you have hit the honey spot, as my friends over in the UK like to say, right? So I'll say that again. After you go in, you enter your main phrase, your keyword, your genre. After you go in and you hit search, if you can get your combined monthly search volume to be between 10,000 to 100,000, you have found a good niche. All right, so now, one of the questions that I often get is, why 10,000 or 100,000? Why not anything less than 10,000? Well, here's the reason why. I mean, we like to make a lot of money, right? Do you like it to make a little bit of money or a lot of money? I'm sure the answer to that is a lot of money. So we want to publish to markets that are just huge. doesn't make sense to publish content and to make content available to just small markets where there's just a few thousand people, right? Or if it's just a few hundred people. Let me know if that makes sense. All right. Now, the other thing is, if it's more than 100,000, then the marketplace is just too big. So after doing this for a decade, I found that between 10,000 and 100,000 is the ideal space that you want to be in. Okay. Do this and you will do well. Super simple. All right. Now, one of the other things, oh, I was supposed to mention the Facebook group again, right? Before I move on. Let me make sure that everyone gets this. Does everyone understand the 10,000 to 100,000 and why you want to be in between here? All right. Give me a yes if you understand that. Give me a no if you do not. Awesome. Anna says, yes, I understand. This is great stuff. Thank you, Anna. You're a sweetheart. All right. So now, here's the other thing I want to show you. All right. I actually usually don't talk about this outside of with my students, but yes, Christina, over 100,000 is saturated. Correct. But you also don't want to publish like, you only want to publish evergreen stuff. Like I mean, it's up to you, but I'm going to deviate. Do you mind if I deviate from this presentation for a second? Let me know. Yes, Leona, I'm sorry. That is the URL to join the Facebook group. KindleCashflow.com/Facebook. And that is the URL. KindleCashflow.com/Facebook. I'll say it one more time for those that did not get it, and this is the final time, so make sure that you get it. Kindle, Kindle, cash, CASH, flow, FLOW.com/Facebook, or you can put in /FB. So now, do not publish, only publish like evergreen stuff. Again, because we want to make like a lot of money, right? Evergreen stuff you can sell forever. So I have books on like gardening and wedding planning and romance and science fiction that they are going to sell for years, and they have been selling for years. I would not go in and publish anything around like fidget spinners or hula hoops or anything that is a fad that comes and goes, right? I don't even publish. Oh, so Carolyn is asking, what do I mean by evergreen? And Cornelia just asked it as well. Evergreen simply means something that can be around forever, or at least at a minimum, something that people are going to be interested in for years and years and years and years and years to come, versus something that's not evergreen, which means they're only going to be interested in it for a few days or a few weeks or a few months or a few years. Okay, does that make sense, Kill and Cornelia and everyone else? So evergreen. The other thing is, I don't, I mean, you could, I'm not telling you what to do, but I personally don't like to publish seasonal stuff. So seasonal, meaning Christmas cookie recipe books. When is it only going to sell? It's not going to sell in April. Probably not, right? Not going to sell in May. Yeah, you'll sell a lot of them in October, November, December. But we want to make a lot of money. Okay, so I'm off my soapbox there. Let me get back into this. Thank you for being kind enough to listen to that. I'm going to jump back into this now. We are in the Google Keyword Planner area, right? So we want to be between 10,000 to 100,000. Now, the other reason why I love using the Google Keyword Planner is because you can come up with some incredible book titles, right? Meaning of Dreams. Look at this. Like you can cherry pick some awesome book titles. Meaning of Dreams. There's 18,100 individuals that are looking for this. Here's another one. Dreams and Their Meanings. 590 people that are looking for that. right? So you can use this area to really cherry pick some awesome, awesome, awesome titles. Now, one of the questions that I often get is people will ask, hey, well, why do you use the Google Keyword Planner or any of the other keyword planners like Ubersuggest to find titles? Well, the reason why is if you craft your titles correctly, you increase the chances of them ranking high within both Amazon and Google search engines. And ranking on both Amazon and Google will dramatically boost your sales. And here I have, let's take a look at two examples, but I really want to, because I have such a great relationship with the host, I really want to over deliver. So that's why I'm throwing these extra bonus tips in for you folks and deviating a little bit, just showing what works in my personal account and then what works for a lot of my students. So instead of two examples, I've got three examples. I hope you folks don't mind there. So now, let's say that here's how you were able, by using the Google Keyword Planner or any other keyword planner, you're able to really get Google and Amazon to work for you. All right. All right. So now Bob says I'm approved for the Facebook group. Great. Welcome aboard, Bob. Let's say there's a book over on Amazon titled How to Market and Sell Your Ebook. Okay. How to Market and Sell Your Ebook. And someone is searching for similar information on Google, but they are oblivious to the fact that there's something on Amazon. Okay. Think about that. They go over to Google, they type in how to market and sell your ebook. They see this section here, and for the most part, we know what that section is, right? What is that section? What is the section here? Ads. That's right. Sponsored ads, AdWords. All right, awesome. Thank you, Cassandra and Paolo and Shima and Michael and Rhonda and Jackson and Reggie and everyone else. Richard. So now what we do is we kind of gloss down in this area, and we're looking at the organic listings. Now, which of the two here stand out? Number one or number two? One or number two? Which one stands out, and why does it stand out? All right, so Brenda says two, Rachel says two, Shima says two, Paolo says two, Shima says 5 stars because it's Amazon, says Cassandra. Susan says the stars. Anna says 2 because of the ratings, 2 because of its 5 stars, says Kara. It has the stars, says Rachel. Reviews. But Amazon listing stands out because of a 5-star ranking. Amazon is a stellar brand. Number 2 because of ratings, and Amazon and ebook. Absolutely. All right. Mathis, I'm going to cover that during Q&A. Great question. Great question here. So this one stands out because of everything that you folks just mentioned, right? The Amazon listing here. When you order something from Amazon, have you ever doubted that you're going to receive it? Absolutely not, right? We know that it's going to come. We don't doubt that. So the other thing is, you see that there's the 5-star reviews. We see that there's 47 of those 5-star reviews. We see the price point. We see that it's in stock. We see that there's a blurb here, right? That kind of describes what this is about, right? It says the excitement of the first few chapters builds an incredible momentum, a growing belief that you, dear writer, can actually do this. So it also gives you the I guess you would say like the subcategory here. So now when someone clicks over, because this is the listing that stands out the most, guess where they go? They go over to your listing on Amazon. So do you see how Google can help you to sell more books in addition to how Amazon is already helping you? So that's why I like to use the Google Keyword Planner. Most people that come into this space, they have no clue how to do this. All right. Oh, Marietta says sound is gone. Can you folks still hear me? Let me know. All right, so they have no clue as to how to do this. All right. All right, so Jamie says I can hear fine. Everyone else can hear. All right, great. Maybe it was just her. So now, here's the other thing. How many people are familiar with SEO, search engine optimization here? Take a look at where your book shows up on Google. Not only is it the first page, second position, right? First page of Google, second position, but it takes place out of 5 million results. That's the first page, second position out of 5 million results. All right. And it's the newest one, not that one. All right. So do you see how powerful that is? Like, this would take a lot of time to accomplish and a lot of money to accomplish if you did not do it in the way that I show you, right? Where you can go and you get an advantage. How many people like an advantage here? I totally like the advantage. All right. Ken is saying, how is it the second position? Oh, here, Ken, because this is the first position and then this is the second down here. All right. We're not counting these two because these are paid. Like, these people paid to be there. All right. Yes, to be advantage, says Shima. Heck yes, says Karen. So now, let's take a look at another example. So let's say there's a book titled Money, Wealth, Life Insurance over on Amazon, but you have someone on Google who's oblivious to the fact that there's a book out there. They go over to Google, they type in Money, Wealth, Insurance, right? Take a look at where this book shows up at. This is fascinating. First and second position of Amazon out of 134 million results. First and second position out of 134 million results. So not only are you dominating the first page, but you get double the exposure here, right? That's a beautiful thing. That's why we like to use these keyword planners to go in and kind of help to mold our titles and our subtitles using them, right? So now here's another one. Let's say there's a book on how to retire happy, wild, and free over on Amazon. Someone is aware, not aware that it's over there. So they go over to Google, they type in how to retire free, right? They see that this book over on Amazon appears in not only the first position, but also the second position. All of these are paid results, so don't worry about these. All right. And this is out of 98 million results. This one book shows up in the first and second position. Now, who sees the power in that? How powerful is that? Jamie says, great ideas and helpful hints. Thank you. That's amazing, especially because it doesn't have thousands of reviews. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So do you see like the power of this? All right. Very cool. All right. So now let's move on. All right. So Ann says you're blowing my mind. Uh-oh, and we got to be careful there. I don't want any blown minds here. So now we talked about secret number one. How do you actually conduct the market research, which is super important because you want to make sure that you don't blindly go out there and publish something that people are not going to be interested in and that they're not going to purchase. I have made those mistakes when I first got started with Kindle publishing. I thought, well, this is a great idea. This is an amazing idea. Everyone's going to love it. And then I put it out there and no one or very few people loved it. And I made the mistake, right? What was the mistake that I made? What did I miss out on? Oh, thank you, Michael. Michael says, I got to tell the host how great of a presenter you are. So glad I'm on your email list. What did I make the mistake in? There you go, Brenda. Ah, there you go, Rachel, Cassandra, Alice. I didn't do the research. I didn't do the research. All right. I went with my gut instead of my data, says Ken. Right? Or data, depending on what part of the country you live in. Data or data. Right? Absolutely. So we always make that mistake. We think that we're super smart, and sometimes we are, but we also need to look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Right? Numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. We lie to ourselves sometimes, right? But numbers, the data. All right, so now we know what market we want to go into. We know that there's an audience. We know that that audience is actually buying. What's the next step? Well, how do we get content to position in front of them? That's where we're at now. We are at step number 2. So in my preferred order, there are 3 very simple ways to get your content created so that you can sell it. I've used all 3 of these, and all are very easy to do, even if you are a newbie to all of this. So the first is getting someone else to write it for you. Now, I use this option a lot, and I've paid as little as $125 to $150 per book to have people write content for me. Content that you own 100% of the rights to, and you can resell it as long and as often as you want to. You can even put your own name on it or use a pen name. So this course gives you the only 3 sites that you should use when you're looking to have someone write your content. Plus, I give you the exact wording to use when you're looking to hire someone to write your content for you. Okay, so the second option is you can speak it, then have it transcribed. So speak it, then have it transcribed. There's speech recognition software like Dragon Naturally Speaking that's out there. There's some that are free on your PCs and things like your Macs. Like on Mac, it's Siri. Okay, on your PC, there's speech recognition programs that are on most of them. How many people actually would like to see where your speech? I'm on a PC right now. How many PC users that are on right now would like to see where your speech recognition program is on your PC? If you'd like to see that, let me know, and I'll quickly go over. Again, this is not part of a presentation, but I want to give you. You folks have been so amazing with the questions and just your responses and your interactiveness that I don't mind giving you some bonuses here. All right, so let me see. If we get enough yeses, again, we'll do that. And then the third option is to write it yourself. Not my favorite, but if you're a writer, this would be the perfect option for you. All right. Here's the thing. My wife can knock out a book like what in the size that I'm sharing with you here in like a week. She can knock it out. All right. So now let me show you where the speech recognition software is on your computer. So depending on the version that you have or what type of a program you have, do you go down here into your search bar and then you type in speech, you'll see it right there. And you do need a microphone to use this. And you'll see up here where you can start it. All right. And it's not going to work because I'm already using a microphone. But if I was not using it, I'm already using it for this presentation. And if I was not, then it would work. All right. So that's it. You just go down to your search bar, type in speech recognition, and you are good to go. So now a few more questions that are coming in here. All right. Let's see. I just had someone ask Carol is asking what size book. I'm going to talk about that during the Q&A session. And then Robert is saying, can we modify PLR? Robert, I'm going to talk about that as well. That's a really great question. I'll cover that as well. So now, 3 options. You get someone else to write it for you. You can speak it and then have it transcribed. I just did that actually. I was asked to contribute a chapter in a book, and I was able to go in, and while I was waiting for my son to come out of practice, in 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, I was able to speak into an audio app that I had on my phone, speak it, and then after that, I took that audio and I uploaded it to rev.com, and then they transcribed it for me for like $18. They charge like $1 per minute, and it's super clean, right? So then the third option is you can write it yourself. So I'm curious, which option would you choose? Number 1, number 2, number 3. Which one works for you, the individual that's listening to my voice right now? And there's no right or wrong. Give me a number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'm just looking to see where we are here and what this audience is made up of here. All right, so someone's saying 1, someone's saying 2, 1 and 2 says Rachel, 1 and 2 says Leon, 3 says Sydney, 3 says Muhammad, 3 says Stephanie. All right, write it myself, says Anna. Cornelia says, I can't see your screen. Hopefully you can still see my screen. You should see all 3 of them on my screen. I already have a 2, says David. All right, Jamie says I can see fine. All right, so maybe your screen, Cornelia. All right, screen okay, says Leon. Thank you. A blend of 1 and 2, says Sharon. All right. Very cool. So Sonics, is that sonics.com, Sharon? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So now, who wants to see how I spoke this chapter and uploaded it to rev.com, and they had it and they transcribed it for me. This is not part of the webinar again, but again, if you want to see it, I'll let you vote. Put a yes in if you do it, put a no in if you don't, and we'll go with majority rules. All right, so mostly yeses, a handful of no's. And then what we can also do, just to even it up, David put C in there. We can go in and I can show you how I go in and outsource as well, if you folks want to see that. All right. Anna says, I would love to, I'm about to start dinner. Anna, what are you making, Anna? Love to come over there, get some dinner. All right. Cost to transcribe is $1 a minute. So let's look at both of them. I'll be really quickly with this, okay? How about we do that? All right, so now, first we'll go over to rev.com. So what I did was, as I mentioned, I recorded the audio for an entire chapter. It took me about 15 minutes. I had an entire chapter, recorded it to an audio recording app that I installed on my phone. I then took that audio and I uploaded it here to rev.com, all right? And it was a chapter that I was asked to contribute to the Marketer's Cruise book. So now if I open this up, take a look at it. This is the actual audio that I recorded. Hold on. Hey Cruisers, Ty Cohen here. Many of you may know me as the king of Kindle publishing. For the last 11 years, I've taught people how to take digital content and really turn it into... So, were you able to hear that audio? I uploaded that audio here to rev.com. And look at this, they transcribed it perfectly. Now I had to go in and just make a few, probably about 5 little additions, but that's it. Like you can go in and you can then download it if you wanted to. Like I could download it to Microsoft Word, or I could download it into like a plain text file or a PDF. So if I download it into like Word, right? Here it is here. So I would have it. Like, is this cool or not? Super easy. Took me 20 minutes to do this. So there you go. Look at that. I've got 4 pages right there. All right, so now take a look at, let's look at how much it cost me. So look at how much it, order history. Here's how much it cost me. $18.70. You see that? So super, super, super simple. If I wanted to place a new order, can't talk now. Order, I can just go here, place a new order, upload the file. All right, we'll share a link. And that's that. So I can go in, I can grab a file and upload it, and then they transcribe it. And it usually takes less than 30 minutes for them to do it. So there we go. So that was rev.com. Now, you folks, what do you think of that? What do you think of being able to do that? Christina says, what did you put on your phone to record? Who wants to know what app I use to record? Let me know. All right. All right, so everyone wants to know. Okay, I have to look it up, so I'm going to give it to you during Q&A. All right, I will give it to you during Q&A because I have to grab my phone, which is plugged in behind me, and I'll look at it. Mathis, great question. All right, so now you folks want to see how I go in and well, number one, I guess you want to look at what site I use to outsource, right? I guess you also want to see how I go in and put up. Let's look at the sites that I use to outsource. So here's one of the sites that I love to use, and this is Guru. It's guru.com. Guru. guru.com. Does everyone have that? Because I'm going to move on really quickly. I want to show you something. All right. Okay. So we got that. So now here's, like I said, I publish both fact and fiction. I kind of, it's up to you, whatever you want to publish, but using the method that I create and the system that I've created, you can do well with both fact and fiction. My son, like I said, 15, he's doing well with both, $3,000 a month. We got a lot of students that just publish fiction, a lot that just publish fact, all right, nonfiction. All right. All right. So now, okay, Dewana. So now here, which of these listings do you want to look at? How to write using Snowflake, a report on keto dieting for beginners, a variety of mini reports needed, science fiction story needed, or a report on becoming a writer. Which one do you folks wanna, I'll let you choose. All right, I'll let you choose. And while you're choosing, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take another sip. So I'll show them to you again. Report on becoming a writer, science fiction story, many various topics. Keto, Snowflake. All right, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to take a sip really quickly while you put your answers in here. So if you hear me mute out, that's it. All right, so becoming a writer, science fiction. I also have some on children's books as well. I think I have a post where I hired someone to write a children's book. So Snowflake. So here, let's look at this one here. I'm gonna go in, I'll look at the job post. Here's how I list this. So if you look at this here, we started off with this area here, which says, I'm looking for, looking to have a 25-page report on how to write using the Snowflake method needed. You see what it says report? Why would I not use the word book or ebook? Why am I using report here instead? Because it's a higher perceived value, right? Absolutely. Pricing, Michael. And let's see. Yes, Cornelia, absolutely. All right. Pricing. All right. Well, no, because if you use the word book, then people are going to charge you more. If you use the word ebook, people are going to charge you more. So it's all about perceived value. So that's the first thing. So now the second thing is, I'm now saying I've been going in to say I'm looking to hire someone in the US, the UK, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Jamaica, or Puerto Rico to write a 25-page report on how to write using the Snowflake method for me to use on my blog. Why am I listing out these countries here? Why am I specifically listing out these countries where I'm looking for my writer? Absolutely. Because their English is going to be better, says Christine, or English speaking, says Pam. More native speakers, says Leona. English, says Brian. English language, says Cassandra. Right. All right. Okay. Awesome. So now these are primarily English speakers. And now I go in, I say, I need this done ASAP. Please state how quickly you can get it done. I'm looking, why am I saying this? I need this done ASAP. Please state how quickly you can get it done. Because I'm looking for people that are going to be responsive, that are going to reply back and say, hey, I can get this done in X number of days, or I can get it done in, 5 days or 6 or 7 days or 10 days. So I want them to be responsive. I want someone that's going to reply back fairly quickly, right? So there's two things I'm testing there. Number one is the response time, okay? And then number two, I'm looking for how long it's going to take them to complete the project, and that's what they're going to tell me. Does that make sense to everyone? Before I move on, let me know if that makes sense. Right? Does everyone get that there? Now, okay. All right, good. Now, the next thing I do is I then go in and remember when we were doing our market research and we have our spreadsheet over here of the books that we thought would be great to model? Here's where we're using those. So now we're coming over here, we're saying I'm looking for content similar to what you would find in a book like this one, and then I give them a link to the books that we've researched, right? I'm only looking for unique. Now, this is because they now have something that they can model and that they can use as a reference, right? So everything in the post is specifically written out for a reason. You then go on and I'm saying, hey, I'm only looking for unique content, meaning nothing that you turn in should be plagiarized or stolen from other sources, especially the book that we include above. That link is only for your reference and they give you an idea of what we're looking for. We will check. The story needs to be about 25 pages of high quality content, no fluff, no filler. And then I go into some other things like specifics as to what size it should be. That I kind of save for students. I don't want to give it all away, but I did want to give you folks like a glimpse into what the listings look like. All right. And once you become part of this community, you get the entire project posting that you can copy and paste as your own. Now, who wants to, number one, two things. What questions do you have about anything here? Rachel says that's brilliant. Thank you. Right? What questions do you have about any of this step here? Right? Type them into the questions box. Number two, does anyone want me to, maybe I could take a few minutes. I know that there's, who wants to look at some of the quotes that I get in? Do you want to look at the quotes or do we go back into the PowerPoint? All right. What do we do? Do you want to look at some of the bids that are coming in or do we go back into the PowerPoint? All right. So we got a little bit of both. It's about half and half. All right. So let's look at the quotes really quick. Then we'll go into PowerPoints. So the bids. So here, look at this. So you're getting people that bid at 245 here, 120. This person's in South Africa, 45 in India. I would not hire that person. 125 in Pakistan. Here's 25. Here's 175 in the US. That one I would hire. I would just negotiate down to 150. This is 200 in New York. Same thing. I would negotiate down to 150. I actually just hired this person to write something for me. You're going to see some ridiculously high prices too. Do not entertain those. You're going to see some ridiculously low prices. Do not entertain those. All right. Do not ever pay hourly as well. All right. And remind me to talk about why and the mistakes that you can make at the end of this. Here's someone in Maine, the US, that's bidding 125. This person's in Jamaica, that's 125. I would hire them. I would hire them. This person's in Australia. All right. So you get a ton. This person's in Thailand. This is a person that looks like he could be from the US, right? Or the UK, but he's an expat that's in Thailand. So I would hire that person. All right. So you get a ton of people that bid here. All right. So you always, so here's some of the other listings here. 150 here in Vermont, 150 here in Florida, right? $100 in the UK, Georgia 150. So you'll see a lot of people that actually come in and that will bid at a very decent price point. All right. So what questions do you have about any of that I just went over with you on? Put your questions into the questions box. All right. Put your questions into the question box, and then we're going to move on. So now, how to publish and launch your Kindle ebooks quickly and easily so that you can start making sales. This is secret number 3. All right. Literally takes about 5 to 10 minutes to both create your Kindle publisher's account as well as add ebooks to it. Amazon has made it really easy. Now, again, as we talked about at the very beginning of this presentation, Amazon didn't make this easy just out of the kindness of their heart, right? They made this easy because they want to make money. They want you to make money, and in turn, they will make money. So they've made it easy for you to open up an account. And then they've also made it free for you to open up an account. So it does not cost you anything to open up an account, a Kindle publisher's account. They have also made it available for anyone on the planet to do this, regardless of what country you are in. All right. Great questions, Brenda and Susanna and Shima and Marie and everyone else. So I'm going to answer every single question in the Q&A, as you'll see in just a few moments here. So now, here, what do you think so far about this webinar? Let me know in the questions box. What do you think? So now, here's the thing. Once you publish your book, you are now ready to rock and roll. Your book is available on Amazon. It's ready to make you money. It's making you money. You've got this amazing lifestyle. I just spoke to one of my students who said that she retired her husband using this method. So she retired her husband using this method. Look at that. All right, so there's so much potential here. Once published, you crank up the sales by repeating the process. You can publish more books, including sequels. You can actually tweak elements of your existing ebooks. So things like your titles, your price points, your descriptions, your covers. And then if needed, you can always go back and change these elements after you launch your ebook. So there's so much power that you have with a digital platform like this, because these are not physical books, right? They're not physical books. Okay. All right. So now let's review here. Oh, that's awesome. Ken says, I'd like to retire my wife this year, myself by next year. I just retired my wife at the age of 41. She is a nurse. She works with medically challenged children, physically challenged children, elementary school children, and it just got to be a little bit too much on her back. So last week, I actually just retired her. Last week was her last week. So great, great goal, Ken. So now let's review. Here's what we've covered so far. Secret number 1, showed you how to come up with a best-selling book idea in 3 minutes, even if you've never done anything like this before. I gave you secret number 2. I showed you 3 ways to get your ebooks created super fast, even if you dislike writing. And then secret number 3, showed you how to publish and launch your Kindle ebooks quickly and easily so that you can start making sales. Right, so now, is anyone starting to feel excited? Like I said earlier, my wife will always tease me. She's like, the only time you get excited is when you're looking at your Amazon royalties, or when you're talking about Amazon Kindle publishing or digital real estate, which is what I like to call this. All right, this is it. This is digital real estate. Right? Wow, Ken, your wife is also knows. Pretty cool. Right, so now here's the thing, folks. Here is, Pam says, I'm excited. All right, Carol is excited. Absolutely. Everyone is saying they're excited here. I love this process. I love this entire system, because it has, like I said, not only changed my life, but the lives of many, many, many of my students across the planet. For those of you that got into the Facebook group, you'll see that we have 10,000 people that are crushing this. All right? Yes, and that is correct. All right? So now, I get excited because not only am I seeing a ton of success with this, but so are my students. Like, here I am, just under 30,000 a month in deposits, right? But it's not me. It's not just good to just do well for yourself. Like, you have to bring people on board, other people. It's a very lonely place to just be making money on your own and not sharing it with anyone else. So here's one of my students, Brian. He says, this month will be my first $5,000 month. I want to thank you for all of your guidance and inspiration. My goal is set on getting to the $10,000 per month level by June 1st. Okay. Here is another one of my students, Tracy Voister, who is now, right? She sent me this message and she says, good morning, Ty. My ebook has sold 5 copies this week. All right. And here, you might be wondering, 5 copies, that's not a lot to sneeze at, but here's the thing. She had just gotten started, all right, 24 to 48 hours prior to this. So she has started to see amazing results very quickly, right? Here's another one of my students who just got the program a few months ago, 3 months ago, actually, and he's now at $10,000 a month. And we actually wanted to interview him for the podcast and bring him on so that he talks about, and so that he can share some of what is working for him. And actually, he's in the group. So he is actually in the group there. So you'll be able to see him. Here's another one of our students. He's in a Facebook group. That's what I mean. And in our group, our community. Muhammad, $50,000 a month. Here's another one of our students, Dan DeVry, right? 258 sales, 336 sales. Okay. Here's another one of our students, Dan, $900 a month, $5,000 a month here. All right. For my 400th sale, says Chris Brown. He bills himself as my #1 Kindle student, and this guy is on it. He's in the group. He's asking questions. He's communicating. He's going through the program. Here's another one of my students, right? Just published my first ebook last week. Okay, here's I just got my first 5 sales. You'll see that there's so much. Every single day we are getting new testimonials from people that are doing well with this. Every single day. Every single day, we get people that are just rocking and rolling and that are crushing it with this, right? Here's Darren Devine. He says, Ty, over the last year, I've continued to follow a Kindle cash flow system, and I'm now doing $20,000 per month in sales. He's 66 years old. He's in Perth, Australia. He does not have an internet or sales or marketing background. As a matter of fact, when he came aboard, he could barely turn on a computer, and now he's crushing it to the tune of 20,000 per month. So let me ask you, how many ebooks do you need? We've been really transparent with one another during this entire presentation, and I still have a lot more that I have to share with you. A lot of stuff that I want to give you, including the bonus and answer all of the questions, and just give you some cool resources that you can use to get started with today. So using a system that I've created where I show you how to go in and conduct market research, I show you how to craft your titles, which I did not get a chance to talk about during this presentation. Maybe at the end I could talk about it a little bit. I show you how to go out and properly craft your descriptions. At the end, I can talk about that if you remind me as well. And then price points. I have tested over 50 plus price points, and there's only about 3 that make you the most amount of profit. Not revenue, but profit. Profit is what you take home and you get to enjoy and you get to just have an amazing time with, all right? So if you want me to give you, maybe I can give you out of the 50 different price points that I've tested, I can give you those that work the best too. So at the end of this presentation, I'll do that. And then I talked about outsourcing. Just remind me to give you those price points, okay? And then I talked about outsourcing, all right? So now, using this, right? What I find is that on average, a few hundred a month in sales per ebook. All right, imagine having 5, 10, or 20 ebooks all bringing in monthly income. Think about that. Imagine having 5, 10, or 20 ebooks all bringing in monthly income, and each one is bringing in a few hundred to a few $1,000s a month. Like, that is kind of life-changing. This is a system where you do the work once and your ebook sell for months and years to come, right? It's residual income that pays you over and over and over again. This is stuff that is not taught in school, unfortunately. That's why my 15-year-old son Tyler, I had to get him in on this, because imagine if he knows the difference between creating a passive stream of income and, like most of us, most adults, we were only taught exchange an hour's worth of time for an hour's worth of pay, right? But he knows both. This is stuff that you share with your family, you share with your children, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins. So what makes this different is that it grows. As you saw, my first check, when I really wasn't too focused, was in the amount of $2,297.30. Then after that, I went to $2,873.13. And then after that, I started publishing more books and it went to $4,462.53. And at this time, I started to do things like test the different price points to find out which ones work the best. I started to do things like test different covers and descriptions and titles, all of which I'll give you, right? And then I went up to $8,403.84. And then after that, I started to publish more, and now consistently I'm making $30,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 a month, all right? Because I've created this step-by-step system that is much better than investing in real estate, traditional real estate, where, let's say, for a property, you have to put down a ton of money. You only can rent it out for not much, right? Then you also have expenses. You have your mortgage, you have insurance, you have your taxes, you have repairs, you have all of this stuff. Versus digital real estate, like what I'm teaching you here, digital content publishing, where you can get started for, as you saw when I went over to Guru, a lot of my bids were about $125, $150, right? You can get started for very little, and it has the potential to generate you hundreds a month to thousands of months. So the return is there, and it comes back quickly. You break even and you profit, you see an ROI quickly. And it's long lasting. This is not something that disappears, because Amazon is not disappearing. Think about it. Amazon has now been around for over 20 years. This is one of their main revenue generators. So they want people in. We have a saying here in our community, our family, which is to make Amazon pay for everything. You make Amazon pay for everything. You want to donate to charities? We donate to St. Jude's on a regular basis, right? You want to take a vacation? My family and I, we travel like none other. I took my 4 kids, me and my wife, we went over to Thailand for an entire month. We flew into Bangkok, then from Bangkok we went to Chiang Mai, stayed there for about 10 days, and then from there we went to Phuket, stayed there for about 10 days. It's amazing to see your kids be able to pick up on other languages, and for my kids to say things like Sawadee or Kapung Kap, and they learn the Thai language at 8 and 14 and 17, right? Things you're able to give your children, your family experiences that you may not have had. We're building a new house right now, right? You can do things like saving for a vacation or saving for that mortgage or that retirement or just your savings in general. So, and you make Amazon fund this. So it's like having your own private fund. So how much money do you need to make a difference in your life? Very curious about that. Put it into the questions box. And I'm not going to call out names. I want to keep this private. But would it be an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $2,000 a month? How much do you need a month to make a difference in your life? All right. Awesome. Lots of answers coming in. Wow. We still have, what's incredible about this, you know you are doing a service to people when they do not leave. We still have exactly 1,000 people on this training right now. Not a single person has left. Still have 1,000 people. So how could this change your life? What would you do with the extra income? Would you put it towards your kid's future? Use it to pay off your mortgage. Use it to buy a house, as I did for my mom. I bought her dream house, right? Buy your dream car. Pay off bills. My wife drives a Jaguar XKR, right? I have an Audi RS5 Sportback, right? Would you use it to pay off bills? We don't have any debt outside of our mortgage. Would you use it to travel the globe or donate to charities, both of which we do, and Amazon furnishes and they pay for that. So the possibilities are endless. So now let me ask you a question. For the past hour, would you agree that it's been time well spent? Yes or no? Give me a yes. Would you agree that the time has been well spent? So obviously I can't cover everything that you need in a 90-minute presentation, but I've created a special offer so that you can get everything that you need to know and more. And if you act fast, I'm actually going to give you a very special deal. I was super generous when I was putting this together. As you can tell, I went in and I deviated from this presentation. I went in and I gave you maybe about 8 additional things that were not included in this. And I did the same thing when I slashed the price on this. So I really lowered the price so that everyone that's watching this can get in. So is it okay if I help you and share? Is it okay if I help you and share? All right. All right. All right. All right. So let's jump into this. Old habits die hard. All right. What does that mean? That means that normally when you get into a program, what happens? You try to go in at it on your own and you usually forget about it. I didn't want that to happen because that's happened to me a lot of times. So what I've done is I've built up, I see a few of my students that are actually here. I've built up an entire community of support. So in the Facebook group, not only, and in our community in general, you don't have to have a Facebook account to do well with this. That's not a requirement. All right. But what I have done is our entire team, our coaches and our staff and students, they make sure that we are a family. We have a saying that is, I am my brother and my sister's keeper. So it's our responsibility to make sure that everyone is successful with this. And that's why I work so hard to make this something that is going to benefit you. So you'll be thrilled to know that this is my latest version of this program. Just added additional content. We're always adding new content every 2 weeks. So we just added new content, our new findings, our new tests. This is our Kindle Cashflow program. This is not my $20,000 program where I charge $20,000 plus 10% of your royalties up to $100,000. This is not that program. As a matter of fact, I just closed this program off. We just maxed it out, so no one else can get into that program. This is a digital online access course that you can immediately get access to. All right, so here's what you're going to get in this program. You're going to get a tried, tested, and proven step-by-step system, one that's backed by 10 plus years of selling simple Word documents on Amazon and making millions. You're going to learn how to master the Kindle publishing, full video-based training on a 3-step system of research, create, publish. You'll get Outsourcing Magic, which shows you how to quickly and easily get your documents created. You get the biomagnet module, which shows you how to explode your Kindle sales and much more. All right. So you'll also learn how to scale your passive income business through automation. Super, super important. So you get exclusive access to tools and resources backed by 10 plus years of research that I've done. So you'll get my exclusive recommendations of how I automate my $30,000 plus monthly passive income Kindle business. You'll get automation domination, which shows you how to automate finding the hottest topics, quality outsourcers, creating ebooks, and more. You'll get a full walkthrough. So you'll see us put these tools into action so that you'll know exactly how and when to implement. So this entire thing is worth $4,500. So $4,500, that's not what you're going to pay, not by a long stretch, but you're also going to get 7 huge free bonuses. Now, I only want, I know there's 1,000 people that are on here. I only want 25 people. I know that there's going to be more than that. There's probably going to be about 250 people that try to sign up. Right? It's usually about 25%, but I want to take 1/10 of that. I value my time so much and the time that I spend with my family. I really want to limit this to only 25 people. So the first 25 people that sign up and then enter the words "I'm in" after you sign up, will get in on this. Okay. So don't put in "I'm in" afterward. Just put in "I'm in." That's it. So here's what you're going to get as the 7 extra bonuses. You'll get the hottest niches for Kindle. So someone asked about this. So what we've done is we've gone in and we've researched the top niches. We've created a document that we're going to give you. So you get the hottest niches to publish Kindle. We've done the research 100% for you. You get access to a list of top niches to publish to. So we've done the hard work already. You get your first book published right away, so that you don't waste your time spending hours researching. This is valued at $1,497. All right. So now again, only the 25 people that get in will get these bonuses. You'll also get money multiplicity. So how to scale beyond Kindle. We'll show you how to take the same content that you're publishing on Amazon and also publish it to other platforms so that you triple and quadruple your exposure as well as your income potential. So we show you how to expand your business beyond Kindle to skyrocket your success. So don't waste any time waiting for sales. Scale in just minutes to create multiple streams of income. You'll also get the socializer method, which is a $997 value. This covers, all right, how I am able to generate 400% increases with Facebook traffic. 400% increases with Facebook traffic. So this allows you to take your business to the next level, shows you how to drive quality traffic to your books, and you'll get to learn how to master a simple, free Facebook suite of tactics that I use to quadruple sales of my Kindle books. All right. So the 25 people that get in will get that. Now, here's something that I'm super proud of. You'll also get exclusive community, right? Access to our Kindle publishers, our students, our coaches. So you'll get to collaborate and network, and you'll also get mentorship so that you're never left alone, so that you are set for success. You get 24/7 feedback and help, access to our top students, our top coaches. You get worldwide access to the team so that you get help from coaches who are actually building and scaling their own passive income businesses. You'll get networking and masterminding. This is powerful right here because you get to literally network and mastermind with people that are new, that are just coming into it, as well as with people that are making 20, 30, 40,000 a month, right? So that's the power of being in the right place at the right time. So you'll also get this top secret bonus, which is valued at $497. This will unlock your Kindle business like nothing else before. I actually can't publicly tell you what this is because I don't want people copying it and doing, less than honorable things with it. But this is a bonus that will hugely benefit your life as well as your Kindle business. This is a true $10,000 value. This is a $10,000 value. Only 25 people who sign up today are going to get this. You'll also get the case study with my son, where I'm going to show you exactly how I've been able to take him to the point where in his first 7 days, he was able to earn over $1,200. And like I said earlier, now he's at $3,000 a month. So this is a limited time bonus. It's a brand new case study. You're going to get to watch over our shoulders. In 4 weeks, you'll see and a total of 4 weeks because we do one training a week. You'll get to see exactly what I shared with him. You'll see some of the genres that he's in. You'll see how he's just doing his research and how to get Amazon to pay for college, right? This is something that if you have children or, like I said, nieces or nephews or cousins that are teenagers that are just at that level, then this would be perfect to share with them, all right? So you get to watch how my son created an entire Kindle business with almost no work and made $1,200 in just 7 days. $14,500 value. Now, again, you're going to get all of those bonuses. I'm going to give you the URL to get in right now. And for the first 10 out of the 25 that I'm only going to let in, there's a few extra bonuses. The first 10 that get in will get these bonuses. You'll get the Google Kindle Crunch. Remember I showed you earlier how to get your books listed in Google so that you can multiply your income and your sales? This is a special bonus that I created. This is a special module. It's a course where you'll get access to this. This is a $2,000 value. Again, if you're one of the first 10 that get in, once I give you the URL, you'll get that. Now, if you got to the point where, like my student Darren DeVry, you're making $20,000 a month, would it make sense to pay $5,000 for something like this? Then every sale after that month is pure profit, right? Now you're not going to pay $5,000, of course, but let's say if you were making $20,000 a month from this, then it would make sense to pay $5,000 a month, right? Now, with everything that you get coupled with the earnings potential, you can see why this program would be a good deal at $5,000. That's not what it is, right? And normally I sell this for $4,997 for the general public. But because you're watching this event, I wanted to keep the consistency and give you something that's going to knock you out of your seats. Wait until you see the price here, all right? Normally I sell this for $4,997, but wait until you see this. Right now you can get in for just $697. I was going to list it at $997, but even at the last moment I said, you know what? Let me take $300 more off. So you're getting this for 80% off. I normally sell this for $5,000. You're getting it for more than 80%. So one payment of $697 or 3 easy payments of $277 by visiting the URL that you see on your screen right now. Here's the thing. Only the first 10 people are going to get those fast action movers bonuses. And we're only letting 25 people in total. Once we have maxed out at 25 people, what's going to happen is you try to visit that URL and it's going to say sold out. You're going to see a flashing red sign, big red sign that says sold out. You will not be able to access the order form. So I will put this into the chat box, right? But I want you to go in and place your order. We have a ton of people that are on this presentation here. 1,000 people, only 25 are going to get in. The first 10 are going to get those bonuses. Make sure you go in, you put in your order right now. And I'm putting this URL in here as well so that you can go in, you can get in. Let's see here. Once you process your order, put in the words I'm in so I can count who came in first, who came in second. Danielle, you're fast. Wow. All right, so Danielle is in. All right, so your order is 100% complete and placed already? All right, perfect. And please, folks, be fair. Only put in the words I'm in once your order has been processed and 100% complete. All right, because again, we're limiting these. So Danielle is number 1. All right, Robert is number 2. Robert says I'm in. All right, Jackie's number 3. Jackie, good to have you. Welcome aboard. And I'm going to show you what you can do, what you should do once you get in. All right, Melissa is number 4. Good to have you in, Melissa. Rhonda is number 5. All right, Rhonda, I got you in there. Rhonda blanks. Yes, Rhonda. So you did make the first 10. Continue to put your names in, folks. I'm sorry. I'm gonna jump out of this for 1 second because I want to make sure that I'm answering all of the questions. I'm going to answer every single question that you have. Okay, I'm going to answer every single question that you have. All right, just give me 1 second. And I'm going to answer every question that you have here. So again, as I said, type your questions in. But if you're interested in getting in, make sure you get in first before you type your questions because we don't want you to miss out, especially if you want the fast action bonuses. You'll probably
miss out on those if you try to wait too long. So now here's the thing. Visit the URL that you see on your screen right now. We can accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. There's so many different ways that you can go in and get access. And we got Michelle says, I'm in. You're number 6, Michelle. All right. If you're trying to get in on the fast action bonuses, make sure you do right now because we have 3 more slots left. All right. For the fast movers bonuses, I should say. After that, you know, when you're the first 10, you're going to get all of the bonuses. The first 25 is going to get all of the bonuses except for the fast movers bonuses. All right. So Mathis says, I'm in. All right. Good to have you in, Mathis. All right. Hope I'm pronouncing your name. All right. Steve, what type of issue are you having? Steve says, I'm trying to place an order for the last 2 minutes. What type of issue are you having, Steve? If anyone is having an issue, please do this. Place your full name and your phone number and your email address into the questions box so that I can have Deborah. Yes, I do see your I'm in. I'm sorry, Deborah. I kind of missed out on some people. I got to scroll up because I know there's more people that have said I'm in. Deborah, you're number 8. So we have 2 more slots for the fast action movers if you want to get that. All right. Steve, put your name. If anyone is having an issue ordering, put in your name, your email address, and your phone number, and we will have someone call you ASAP. All right. And you will get all of the bonuses. I promise you, you'll get all of them. All right. So Pam, yes, I have you. I see where you said it won't place your order. Stephanie, same with you. Steve, we definitely have you. Let me see who else is in here too. So Gary, we have you. So Gary, you're number 9. All right, so that means we have one more slot for the 10 fast action movers bonuses. All right, so if you are not in, go ahead and place if you want those fast action movers bonuses. And then we have 25 that's all together. All right, so you want to be part of a 25. We still have hundreds and hundreds of people. Skylar, I see you. You are in there. All right, so Skylar is actually number 10. So you made that, Skylar. You in? That's a nice name. Deborah Chenault is in. Deborah, you're number 11. All right, got you. We have another Gary that's in. Gary, you are in. Gary G. Fontaine. Hope I have that right. Let me know if that's correct, Gary. We've got Rhonda that's in. So Rhonda, you're number 13. So we were halfway through with 25. I know there's a few people that are having issues getting their orders published, processed, I should say. So if you did have a problem, make sure you put in your name, your email address, and your phone number, and we will have someone contact you. And here's the other thing. If you are having a problem, visit an incognito window. So open it up in a private window and then place your order and it should go through. If you are still having problems, you may have to contact your bank because more than likely your bank may have declined the charge because it's an online charge. So you want to make sure you contact your bank and let them know that you are trying to place an order on the internet and let them know how much the price point is. Okay, so we have Michael is number 14. Here's what I want to do. We're going to be going into our Q&A. We're going to be closing this out. Looks like I just see 7 more people that just put in I'm in. All right. So Stephanie says, I think I'm in. Myrna says I'm in. A ton of people. So I'm going to let all 25 of you that get in get all of the bonuses. How's about that? Right? How's about that? So everyone that gets in, all 25 will get the bonuses. Okay. As long as you get in within, we're probably going to be here for another 5 minutes. So make sure. Amazing, says Myrna. Thank you. Right. So Myrna, speaking of that, you were the next one that I was going to write on my list. I'm actually writing these names down on a little sheet on my list. So that's what's taking me a little bit too long. Stephanie Bolton says, I think I'm in. Stephanie, check your email. Did you check your inbox and oh, Myrna, that's pretty cool. Hold on, I want to talk about that. So check your inbox and check your spam folders, Stephanie, and let me know if you see an email there. Let me know if you see an email, and that will let you know if you are in or not. Myrna says, I saw you live in Vegas, and your wonder. What do you mean by in your wonder, Myrna? maybe your sentence got cut off. Myrna, yes, you came to Kindle. Oh, wonderful. There you go. You missed so you came to Kindle Cashflow Live. I remember. Man, that was so awesome. That event. All right. Oh, you're the one with the 7 kids. Yeah, okay. You were over on the right-hand side, you and your husband. That's right. Very cool. All right. We actually did the video together. Yeah, very, very cool. Mona, you are a sweetheart. All right. You look like a model. All right. So who else is in here? All right, folks. If you have had problems trying to place your order, please remember to go in, put in your name, your email address, okay, and your phone number so that we can have someone on our team call you and help to facilitate the order processing. All right, so number 16 was Stephanie. Number 18 we have here as Melanie. And number 19 we have as Richard. All right, I'm sure you guys are wondering if you got in or not because I was sitting here being a chatty patty here talking to Myrna and everyone else that's here. All right, so now, where did I leave off at? 20, we've got Belinda. Belinda, that is a really cool name there. I like that. I like it a lot. All right, so we have 20. We have 5 more slots left. So 5 more slots left. If you want to get in, make sure you do so now because we are about to be totally sold out. And then I'm going to go into the Q&A. Then I'm going to give you, remember, I have that $500 gift that I'm going to give you. And then I'm going to talk about the best price points. Oh, there's so many different things that I have to talk about still, right? I forgot about that, and I'm going to do it. Yes, Stephanie, offers incubator login. That's what you should see there. Yep, so you are in, Stephanie. All right, Don, sorry to hear that. Wow. All right. All right, Pam, did you leave us your name and email address? We'll have someone contact you. All right. So you're going to get someone that will contact you about just a few minutes after this training is over. Okay, I'll forward your name, your email, your name, your phone number, and your email to my support team, and they will call you. They will send you an email. So make sure you check both of those things. All right, and if you don't hear from them by phone or email within the next hour, at least give them 24 hours, okay? Because we, like I said, we have so many people that are on here, so many people that want to get in, and every single person, whether you were trying to get your order in and it went in, Amin says I'm in. I need to get back to everyone that just said I'm in. Is it just EM? Is that it? EM? EM is the first name, and then EM. Is that correct? Right, you are M. I have it right. Hope I have that all correct. But regardless, M, you are in. Good to have you in. All right. Say, let's see what else. Who else do we have? All right. Let's see. We have Roberto is in. Good to have you in. Roberto's number 22. 3 slots left, folks. 3 slots left. So we've got a lot of people that are in. So we've got Daniel, we've got Robert, we've got Jackson, we've got, oh, I can't read my writing here. Rhonda, we've got Michael, Mathis, Deborah, Gary, Skylar, another Deborah. We've got Gary, Rhonda, Miguel, Myrna, Stephanie, Milena. All right, so we have, all right, Ricardo is in. All right, so that means we have 2 slots left. 2 slots left, and then we jump into the free bonus. And then we also jump into a few other things I'm trying to get in. Says Anna. All right, Anna, go ahead. You only have a little bit of time to get in, Anna. Here's the thing. If you were having here's what I want you to do. I want you to call my toll-free number. If you are having a problem getting in, call this number. Who's ready for the number? Let me know if you're ready for the number. All right, 1-866-752-9968. Okay, and they will help you. Tell them you are trying to order Kindle Cashflow. Let them know which payment option you want, and they will help you. right? 1-866-752-9968. I'll repeat that, 1-866-752-9968. Does everyone have that? So if you are having an issue, all right, you can get in using that number, all right? Maybe I should put that up on the screen here, right? So here, I'll show you what number you can actually dial to get in, right? So 1-866-752-9968. And I see a few more people have tried, or actually have just put in I'm in there. So I'm going to read off those names as well in just a second. Just give me 1 second, folks. I want to give you this number that you can call in the event that you are having an issue getting in. So here's the number that you can call here. So if you are having an issue right now, you can call 1-866-752-9968. All right, 1-866-752-9968. Or if you're still having issues, you can send an email to support@kindlecashflow.com. So support@kindlecashflow.com. So now let's see who else we have in. All right, so we have Pat that's in. Pat, you're number 24. That means we have one more slot left. Who's going to take the final slot there? And then after that, we're done. So let's continue to move on here. You can get in visiting the URL that you see on your screen. So take a look at what my student Darren DeVries says here. He says, this has been my best month so far with 258 sales to date with only 3 titles. I'm very happy with the progress considering my circumstances. He went through like a bankruptcy and just had a really hard time. And he wants to say, I want to say thank you again. I can see the end of the tunnel. All right. I'm up to 300. I asked him if I could use this email as a testimonial, and then the next day he sent me another response that says, I'm up to 336 sales as we speak. I'm happy with that. I was hoping for 200 sales this month, so I'm really happy. I'm going to try for 1,000 sales a month starting next month. All right, so Darren DeVries. So there you go. He is doing well with this. All right. Here's another testimonial that I got from him just a few months ago on Skype. He says, Ty, over the last year, I've continued to follow the Kindle Cashflow system, and I'm now doing $20,000 per month in sales. Dan DeVries, 66 years old, Perth, Australia. All right, so people are doing really well with this, folks, as you're going to see when you come into the Facebook group. Who still wants to get into the Facebook group? Myrna, are you still here as well? I want to ask you a question. I'm curious. All right, so Carol, the bank is, let me know once your bank has processed it, Carol. All right, I guess you had a block there. Right, Myrna, I'm curious, how did you find out about coming to the live event? And we do live events, folks, so if you want to find out where we will be at next, live workshops, you can come to one like Myrna did. You can go to kindlecashflow.com. Oh, I'm sorry, kindlecashflowtour.com. So Kindle Cashflow Tour, T-O-U-R, right, .com. Right. All right, Anna, absolutely. Anna, make sure that you take down the phone number as well. So imagine a life where you're able to, oh, so Myrna says YouTube, very cool. Imagine a life where you're able to generate consistent, hands-free, passive income every single month. Can you see that? Can you imagine a life where you're able to generate a consistent, hands-free, passive income stream every single month? How about one where you finally get moving and making money? Like, what would that look like? Think about it. How about one where you have a passive, you have a system that consistently makes you passive income every single month, something that's totally different than trading time for dollars, right? So that's what this is. That's what the Kindle Cashflow program is. It's exactly that. It's a tried, tested, and proven step-by-step system that's backed by 10 plus years of selling simple Word documents on Amazon and making millions of dollars. It's the Master Kindle Publishing System. It's a full video-based training on the 3-step process of research, create, publish. It's outsourcing magic, where I show you how to quickly and easily get your documents created. It's the biomagnet module, which I show you how to explode your Kindle sales from, and much, much more. Now, you'll also get a clearer understanding of scaling your passive income business through automation. So this is exclusive access to tools and resources backed by 10 plus years of research. So you're going to get all of my exclusive recommendations of how, I love how I talk about myself in the third person here, how I automate my $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month passive income Amazon Kindle business. And then you'll also get automation domination, which is the whole process of automating, finding the hottest topics, quality outsourcers, creating ebooks and more. So you'll get the full walkthrough. You'll see us put these tools into action so that you know exactly how and when to implement. All right. So this is valued at $4,500, and this is before the bonuses. Plus, we have all of these 7 huge bonuses that all 25 people who are in. I'm not sure if we had one more. I know we were at 24. Pat was the 24th one. Once we max out at 25, you're going to see where it says sold out. It'll be a big red sign. You visit the URL that you see on your screen and you will not be able to get in. So you want to be one of these first individuals that gets in and then put in the words I'm in. All right. So here's everything you're going to get. You get the hottest niches. We've done the research for you. So we've gone in, we've done the research to find out what niches do well, and we're going to give you access to those immediately so that you can get up and running quickly. This is valued at $1,497. So $1,497. You'll get access to this list of niches here. You'll also get our money multiplicity bonus, which is a bonus that shows you how to go in and scale beyond Kindle. So it shows you how to scale beyond Kindle. All right. So this is a bonus that is very, very, very valuable. All right. Hold on one second. Now, here's the other thing. I just wanted to make sure that because there was someone else that was trying to get in it and they were having a problem. This will show you how to expand your business beyond Kindle to skyrocket your sales. All right, to skyrocket your sales. All right, so that you don't waste any time waiting for sales. Right, you can just scale in minutes to create multiple streams of income. You'll also get the socializer bonus. This is a $997 bonus that shows you how to increase your sales using free Facebook traffic. You can take your business to the next level using this method. It's a very simple method of using free Facebook tactics to quadruple the sales of your book. All right. All right. So now you'll also get exclusive access to our community, our Facebook group. If you folks want to see this, I'll show it to you as well. I know there's a few people who want to join the Facebook group, so I'll show it to you. Maybe I'll jump out and show you some of what's happening. So you'll get access to this group. This is a powerful group here. It is not a must. You don't need to be part of a group to do well with this system, but it's just a bonus that we, all right, that we give you. Ann is asking, do we ever do workshops in Raleigh, North Carolina? I am actually located in Apex, Ann, and we do workshops. We actually had one last year. We're going to be doing one this year as well. So make sure that you are on the list. All right. Rachel says, how often is the system updated? Several times a month, Rachel. Several times a month, because we are always testing. We're always finding new things. We're always sharing. All right. All right. Brenda, yes. All right. All right, so now here's the other part what you're going to get here. You'll also get this top secret bonus that will unlock your Kindle business. Top secret bonus that will unlock your Kindle business. And I cannot talk about what this is right now because I want to keep it strictly to those that are watching and getting in. This is a member bonus only, but when you get in, you're going to see that this is a true $10,000 bonus here. That's something that is extremely valuable, something that you want access to, right? You'll also get this case study where you'll see how my son earned $1,200, his first $1,200 in 7 days. And now he's up to $3,000, just over $3,000 a month, okay? So this is a limited bonus. This is a 4-week case study. You're going to get access to this. This alone is worth $14,400, right? He's 15 years old. He's publishing romance and mystery thrillers, and he's like this is the kid is like a big football player. He's a guy's guy, right? So do you think his fellow football team members know that he's publishing romance books? They probably know that he's making some money. He's probably told them, but he probably did not share what the genre is. I'm sure of that. All right, so folks, if you are not in already, make sure you visit the URL. All right, you get these bonuses right away. All right. All right, so here you get these bonuses. I'm gonna put in the questions box the URL. Actually, let me show you the URL again. So this is the URL that you're going to go to. You'll see it here on your screen. Make sure you get in right now. You cannot click this. You actually have to enter it. All right, so make sure you go in and you enter it into. You can enter it into your browser. And that will give you access there. All right, so now here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that new members know how to get in. So if you're a new member, once you have gone in, right, and you've processed your order, here's what you're going to do. You first log into the members area. So check your email for login details. Make sure you check your inbox, check your spam folder, all right? Check your just check your inbox and your spam folder. If you have not received details right away, give it about 30 minutes. If you still have not received your details, you can call us at 1-866-752-9968. 1-866-752-9968. Or you can send an email to support at kindlecashflow.com. Support at kindlecashflow.com. All right, so now here's the second thing, that once you become a member, you go in. The second thing is you want to, from the members area, you can join a Facebook group. Not a must. Again, it's totally optional. You can also do so by going to kindlecashflow.com/FB. And remember at the very beginning, I said that whoever wants to, normally this is only for members. So don't share this link with anyone, anywhere on the internet. But if you folks want to join us for our free Facebook group, you can just, not free, but for our exclusive Facebook group, you can do so by visiting this URL that you see, right? Members, that's where you're going to go. That's where you're going to go. Right? So now, but the third thing is new members. Here's what you're going to do here. You're going to, from the members area, you want to join our updates list. Someone was asking me how often do we update the program, and we update it several times. We're always adding new training, new content, just a lot of stuff. Right? So here's where you want to add your name and your email address to make sure that you get notifications of new updates. You go to kindlecashflow.com/updates. kindlecashflow.com/updates. Right? So now, does everyone have that? Does everyone have that? Let me know. All new members, do you folks have that? Let's see here. All right, thank you. All right, Carol says the bank is approving. Let me know once you've processed it, Carol, because it looks like you will be number 25. That would be a beautiful thing there. All right, now is there anyone else that wants to get in? Because you're probably not going to be able to get in. If you're still trying to get, if you are still interested in getting in, other than the people that had an issue and we have to call, give me a big me. All right, if you're still trying to, if you still want to get in, and you can't because we've already reached our 25, give me a me. All right. So right now you have two choices. The first is to do nothing and not take this leap of faith. And the second one is to pony up the small, tiny investment today compared to all of the value that you'll get and that you'll receive in return, and just give it a shot. You know, life is about taking chances and just seeing what's out there. Just taking a shot and seeing what happens, right? So now the doors are closing. Actually, the doors are probably closed already. If you go and visit the URL to see if you could still get in. I'm pretty sure we maxed out already. So visit the URL that you see on your screen to see if you could still get in. And I'm pretty sure you're not. But with everything that you get coupled with the earnings potential, you can see why this program is a good deal at $5,000, which is the normal price that I charge for this. It's actually $4,997 for the general public, but because you're watching this event, you actually get in at a much, much better price. All right. So think about this, folks. When you're looking to invest in a traditional business like Starbucks or McDonald's, it takes a lot of money, and it can take you 3, 5, 10 years to recoup that back. With something like this, it takes a little and you can get it back quickly. All right. Takes a little and you can get it back much quicker. All right. So now, here's a tale of two people that I like to talk about, and this applies to just anything, regardless of if you're thinking of publishing Kindle books or anything else, right? The tale of two people is there's the guy on the left who we call Timid Tommy, right? Timid Tommy is the guy who never wants to try anything. He's always skeptical. He's always in doubt. He's, very pessimistic. So as a result, he doesn't see much results. And then you have the individual on the right who's like the brave Bob or the brave Betty, right? Who seems like everything that he touches turns to gold. And that's because he's more optimistic. He sees the glass as half full versus half empty. He believes in the potential. He listens to his gut, right? And he tries, and he sees a lot of success as a result of that. Right? So which one are you going to be? Timid Tommy or Timid Tammy or Brave Bob or Brave Betty? You can now go and visit the URL that you see on your screen to get in. And this is everything that you're going to get. You get all of these bonuses. And now we're going to jump into the Q&A. So what questions do you folks have about everything that I have covered here? What questions do you have? And I'm also going to go back and look at some of the questions that came in earlier. And I'll leave the screen up as well for new members. Once you get in, this is what you're going to do. All right. So let me look at some of the questions here. There's a ton of questions because we still have. All right. So here, Pam says length of books. Yeah, Pam. So we're publishing 25 to 30 page books here. All right. Ken says thanks, Ty. This is good info. I'm ready. Ken, you're already a member who says he's going to get into the Facebook group and get some help. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Good having you here, Ken, as well. All right, so Ken, you also had another question. He says, when using the Google Keyword Planner, do I need to have a business name and website in order just to do searches for keywords? No, you do not, Ken. Yes, Rachel. Rachel says the Facebook group is like a family and super helpful. Yes. Rachel, are you part of a Facebook group already, or did you just join today? But that's exactly what it is, right? We pride ourselves on having this culture that is all about being about family and helping one another. As I said, it's not good if just a handful of people are doing well, right? It's much more fun when everyone is doing well, or as many people as possible are doing well. That's when it is the most fun. I'm glad you were able to point that out, right? Folks, when you come into the Facebook group, let us know, right? Let us know when you got in. Let us know what do you think of the presentation. Let us know what do you think of the program. Let me know what you think of the program. All right, that's what I need you to let me know what you think of the program when you come into the Facebook group. Not the presentation, I'm sorry. When you get in, where do you find the niches done and all the rest of the bonuses? You'll see it in the members area there, Nana. All right, Kill says the bank is approving. Let me know once that's done. Luba says, was it 7 days after his book was written, or does it include getting the book written and uploaded? This was 7 days after he uploaded it. All right. She's talking about my son and making his 1200. All right. There you go. So it's 1200 in a week. Anna is asking, do we ever have workshops here in Raleigh, North Carolina? Yes, we do. We've actually had 3 in North Carolina over the years. Where do I find the rank niche list you mentioned? Is it on the Facebook page? No, Ken, that's actually in the members area. My request to enter Facebook is still showing as pending, says Jeff. Jeff, you should be given access shortly. Let's see. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you're someone is asking, where can I follow you on YouTube? I share a lot of great content as relates to Kindle publishing on YouTube. So please follow me and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe by going to kindlecashflow.com/YouTube. kindlecashflow.com/YouTube. All right, so all lowercase, kindlecashflow.com/YouTube. Right, Anna says I'm trying to, this is another Anna says I'm trying to get in. What other questions do you folks have? What are the 3 best price points and what is the optimum page size? So page size is 25 to 30 pages. Price points I've seen are $9.99, 99 cents, then bumping it up to $2.97 or $2.99, and then bumping it up to $4.97, $4.99. I've just requested to join a Facebook group, waiting to get accepted, says Fluma. Okay. You should see that happening shortly. What else? Actually, you can follow me on all social media by going to tycohen.com/social. So tycohen.com/social. How long did it take him to get his book written? It took him about 7 days. What's the best way to market your books, Rachel? Well, if you're looking to market them, we talk about that in the course. There's a few different ways. So I actually don't have enough time to cover that right now, unfortunately, Rachel. I'm sorry. All right, so now here's the thing. You see, my students are just here's one of my students, Linda Allen here, who says, you know, I got Ty's program last year. I'm so glad that I did. I made several $1,000s last year, and that's after stopping. She had some type of a family crisis. She had to stop, but guess what happened? She continued and continued to generate passive revenue. So even as she stopped, she still made money. Her books continued to sell. You can't do that at a job, folks. You stop working at a job, guess what happens? You stop getting paid, right? Absolutely. So this is, I mean, this is just a way, again, it's a way to create that passive recurring income stream. We have so many successful students that are cracking the code with this thing, that are doing well with it. It is your turn to get in. Now, I know it can be expensive, right? Here's something that I got from one of, you know, I was looking to join a $10,000 program by Bob Proctor. And at the time, I couldn't afford the $10,000, but I knew it would be life-changing. And I kind of got this letter after I said, you know what, I can't afford, it's expensive. This letter changed my entire perspective about what I thought was expensive and what is not. So here, let's read it together. So it says, I know that this may be expensive, and yes, $10,000 is a lot of money by any standards. But let's be honest. Here's what is really expensive. It's going to cost you more time and money to figure out how to do it yourself. If you figure out how to do it yourself. Most people don't. You will have to actually do it yourself, meaning if you figured it out yourself, which you say you're going to do, but probably won't do. All right? You're probably wondering why I would say that, but truthfully, it is highly probable that you won't do it for yourself, right? Here's why. Because if you were going to do it yourself, you would have already done it, and you wouldn't be sitting here reading this far. All that time and money spent only to remain in the same situation that you are in right now, year after year, missing out on living the life that you truly deserve. This is what expensive really looks like. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way, and you'll take a chance instead of going with the easy route of choosing to live the same way. That was a life changer for me. When I received that, after trying to sign up for a $10,000 program and making excuses as to why I didn't have enough time, couldn't afford it, doing too much, need to finish one program first. This totally gave me a paradigm shift. And at that point, I went from making very little money every month to making lots of money. Right? Sometimes we have to have things just really put to us in a real raw, unapologetic manner. If not, we'll continue to screw around, right? It's your turn to make this your breakthrough year. It's your turn to make this your breakthrough year. All right? We have helped a ton of people. All right? We've helped a ton of people, and we want to help you. All right? So here we go. Visit the URL that you see on your screen right now. What other questions do we have? What is the total word count for your smallest book or your son's book? I don't go by word count. I go by pages. Some people, and in this program, we talk about both, but I particularly go by pages. So 25 pages would be my minimum. Teresa, oh, absolutely. All right, Pam. All right, so this is the URL to visit right now so that you can go in. And get your order in if you still can. I don't even know why I'm saying that. I think we are totally maxed out. All right, I think we are totally maxed out. Here's where you can get your free gift. So I'm going to leave the screen up. You can go to KindleCashflow.com/gift. This is the $497 quick start guide to self-publishing. You are going to love this. All right, you are going, yes, Leona, you are going to love this. All right, so make sure, let me know once you have this URL. Take a screenshot, visit it right now, actually. Don't take a screenshot, just go in and visit the URL. It's KindleCashflow.com/gift. No spaces, enter your name and email address, and you will get access to this quick start guide to self-publishing. $500 value that's going to give you a ton of information on how to get started. All right, so let me know when you have, once everyone has this URL down here, and then I'll move on. So KindleCashflow.com/gift. All right, KindleCashflow.com/gift. And I'll leave it up there for just 1 second there. And remember, you can go in and still continue to ask questions, whatever questions that you have there. Right, be sure to ask them. All right, so make sure you're visiting. And once you have that, once you've entered your name and email address there, let me know. Then we're going to move on here. All right, so KindleCashflow.com/gift. That's the URL there. All right, perfect. Looks like everyone has that, right? Does everyone have it? Let me know. And then we'll move on to more Q&A here. All right, we'll move on to more Q&A. All right, great. So now here's what I want to do here. I want to share with you, because a few folks are asking about a few other things here. So now, if you are interested, and we're consistently posting new trainings on YouTube, consistently posting new trainings just all over the place. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel by going to KindleCashflow.com/YouTube. You can get on our updates list by going to KindleCashflow.com/updates. You can join us in our Facebook group by going to KindleCashflow.com/Facebook. And then you can see where we will be holding our next live event, our next live workshop. by going to KindleCashflowTour.com, KindleCashflowTour.com. All right, so make sure that you have all of that right now in place. Take a screenshot, write this down, do whatever you have to do. All right, and then we'll jump back into questions. So whatever questions you folks have. All right, so let's see. All right. How long does it take to go through the program? Well, here's the thing. You could go through it in a weekend or a week or a month. It depends on how much you're going to commit to it. So it's totally it's different for everyone. Totally different for everyone. All right, awesome, Sharon. Thank you. All right. All right, so now I'm gonna move away from the screen. So if you don't have it already, take a screenshot right now. Oh, Sharon says, friendly question. Is there time for any remarks regarding PLR? No, you never want to publish PLR at all. Never publish PLR. Great question, Sharon. Everything that you publish should be 100% highly unique content, right? No, and the free gift is not for members only. If you want to see that free gift URL again, let me know and I'll go back to that screen. All right, so tell me, why haven't you signed up? You don't think that you can come up with an ebook idea that you can sell? If that's the reason, well, you know, you saw here where it's super easy to come up with ideas. Super easy, right? Very easy to do so. You're nervous about putting it all together. Well, this is equally easy, right? This is equally easy here. This is like something that gives you the entire process. It gives you the systems. You think it's too expensive. You saw what I just mentioned about that word, right? Expensive. Totally not. Totally not expensive at all. Right? What is expensive is missing out on the opportunity. That's expensive. All right, so now you can get in by visiting the URL that you see on your screen. Here's what I'm going to do. How many people still want to get in? I asked that earlier and I didn't go in and follow through, so I want to do it now. Yes, Mark, that's it. You can, that's it. It's a very secure website, so you can go in. All right. All right, so we got about 7 or 8 more people that still want to get in. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll make it a nice round number. I'll let 5 more people in. If you're super fast. All right, Cara says, I do. I want to get in. I know it's a lot of information and totally worth it. So 5 more people. You can get in by visiting the URL on the site. After that, we're going to close it back up again, and that will be it. That'll be the last hooray. All right, so if you want to get in and you were trying to get in and you visited the URL and it said sold out or you couldn't get in, I just clicked the button that allows it to reopen. So now you should have no problem getting your order in. All right, but only for the first 5 people, whether you're watching this live or the replay. Right now we're live, but whether you're watching it live or on the replay, you can get in. So if you didn't sign up immediately, what's the reason? Tell me. You live outside of the US. Well, if that's the case, you can do this anywhere on the planet, as I mentioned earlier. You want time to think about it. That's the other thing. You don't have time to think about it. You go with your gut. As Bill Gates said, you make the decision, you commit, and then you figure it out. And in this program, there's no figuring it out on your own because we are there with you. All right. If English is not your first language, that doesn't matter. This is super simple to get started with. Okay. Here's the other thing. Let's say you are looking for someone to model. All right. Tony Robbins talks about the quickest way to get results with something is to model someone who is already doing well with it. Model someone that is already doing well. All right, so if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. We actually got to meet, my wife and I got a chance to meet Tony Robbins up in New Jersey a couple years back. Super, super cool guy. All right, so this is the URL. You can get in right now. We opened up 5 more slots. Looks like, let me see what's here. All right, Kara is in. Mark, you got it? Okay, so Mark is in. So we have 3 slots left. So if you want to get in, join now before those 3 slots are taken. So let's say you never sold anything online or new to all of this. Dan DeVry was the same way. He had never sold anything online, totally new to the internet space, and came out swinging and crushing it, right? So you don't have to be an expert. You could be someone that's totally new at this and do well. You don't have enough money. If you want to pay by PayPal, right, here's what you do. You call us up at 1-866-752-9968 and we'll help you out. All right. Everyone else is on board. Why haven't you signed up yet? What is it? Everyone else is on board. Why haven't you signed up yet? All right, you join now. As I mentioned, this is the new real estate age. This is digital real estate, where you can get started for less money, less headache, less stress, and be making a ton of money. It's like owning multiple properties without the hassle, right? Multiple properties without the hassle. So this is it. This is the last slide and your final chance to get in. Place your order now by going to the URL that you see on your screen. All right, folks, that has been it. Have a great day, great night, great morning. Who still wants to see the bonus? Or not the bonus, but the gift, right? Who still needs the URL to the gift? I think everyone has that. All right, thank you, Betty. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Cara. Thank you, Leona. All right, if you still need the URL to the free gift, you can go in and get it here. Yeah, Betty, you just made up a good point. Betty says, even if you don't have time, you'll have it later, so buy now. So Betty is part of our group. All right, so now, do you see the free gift URL? Ann, let me know if you can see it. Ann Harris. You should be able to see it. Okay, there you go, perfect. All right, so now you have both the free gift URL and the URL to order on your screen. All right, and that is it. Have a great day, great night, great morning. We'll see you.